So, we have started for the last 2 weeks one of the most amazing and beautiful texts. It is known as Manisha Panchakam. To understand the very practice of mindfulness, the nature, experience, and what happens once we are settled in mindfulness 24/7. Does anything change outside? So we started in the last week, we said we don't need any IQ to succeed in meditation, but you need a higher IQ to get into Oxford or Harvard. Even to do a business, you need a higher IQ. But to achieve success in any meditation, you don't need IQ. You need Manisha. The word is used by the master. The Manisha is simple, pure, clear intellect with a conviction that makes you aware, that puts you into a knowing state without thought. Do you know your name? Simply you say yes, you are aware, you know it, no more thoughts. Simple. I'm starting from the very simple way. Now, with that intellect, which is pure, calm, clear, masters have pointed true nature of meditation in different metaphors, and moon reflected in a calm water. One master says, water is calm, not disturbed. In a moonlight, the moonlight is reflected. The moon is reflected clearly in the water. Now ask yourself, does the moon also reflects in a muddy water? Yes, but I don't see it. So where is the problem? Is the problem with the moon? Is the problem with the moonlight? No, it is the problem of the medium. What is that medium? Impure medium. That is mind. Another master says, we see the snake in a rope in dark. That's a very famous example used by majority of the masters. So they say in a dark night, you say, oh, here is a snake, but it is a rope. So what is darkness? Is ignorance. What is the snake? It is a superimposition on the real nature. That is my false nature. So again, the main point in this text, in this teaching, is that we need Manisha. We don't need IQ. We need only Manisha, simple, clear, pure intellect with a conviction. It is an intellect of a child. So now, before we take up these 5 verses, we should understand the entire event that took place. That is where this master has written these 5 verses on meditation or life in meditation. So one master says, Mano buddhir ahankara chittani naham nacha shrotra jibhai nacha dhrana netre. I like to sing. I know that you cannot easily understand the meaning. The meaning is simple. Once you awaken, the mind and the intellect start singing that I am not the body, the breath, mind, intellect, and ego. Then who am I? I am pure awareness, full of peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. That too is also okay. That too is also okay. But where is the challenge? We all are awakened. Then how to live, work in our daily life? There was a great weaver whose name is Kabir. Kabir is Rumi of India. To make you guys understand, Rumi is world famous. He continued weaving the clothes of the people and he reached to that state. He lived that state. Tulsidas, another master, was a great wrestler who had a deep passion for pleasure, physical pleasure. Just to give you an incident, his wife went to her parents' home. Tulsidas could not stand that separation. He ran into his in-laws' house and he noticed that his wife was on the second floor and he just from outside anyhow he could get into the second floor of the house to meet his wife. His wife was wise, told him that you have such a craving and a passion for the pleasure. If you have the same passion and intensity for self-discovery, it could have been much better. Tulsidas left her. He went to the bank of a river. He did his meditation and he wrote a great epic, which is very famous in India. So now understand this situation. So the one master, Shankara, is awakened. He went to the oldest city of Banaras. He took a bath in the Ganges river to meditate in the Shiva temple. He was walking into the street from the other side, Chandala. You might have a wrong notion or the right notion about untouchables, the caste system in India. So the guy who buries the body, lives with the dog, remains dirty, considered as untouchable, known as Chandala. You see, the master is setting a stage to understand what exactly is the state of meditation and what happens when you live and work in your daily life. So the Shankara was walking into the Shiva temple to meditate, and these people are known as Chandala. And this Chandala was also a great master, but he hid himself. So now what happened? When Shankara saw that Chandala, who is dirty, coming near to him with a dog, with a foul smell coming from the body, go away, go away. Shankara says, go away, go away. What is meditation about it in this incident? Even a small kid, who goes out play, makes him dirty and approaches to the mom and the mom wants to hug. The kid says, no, don't do this. I'm dirty. Keep a distance. What is special? What is extraordinary in this? But there is an extraordinary in this. Shankara says, go away, go away. We normally say it. It's our normal saying it. Then what happens? Shankara says, go away, go away. And now that Chandala, that untouchable, was also a great master. What he says. It is so beautiful verse. You enjoy even if you don't understand, you enjoy singing it. Annamayada, Annamaya, Annamayamathava. What he says. O great master, tell me, do you want me to keep a distance from you? By saying, go away, go away? You are taking me as an outcast? Who should go away? Tell me. Now the magic happens. Why he says, who should go away? Body should go away. One body should go away from the other body. What do you mean? Body is made up of the same matter. The same matter, protein, carbohydrate, at that 2,500 years ago. Are you understanding? The master, the untouchable, says, go away, go away. To whom you are saying go away, go away? The body should go away from one body to the other. Body is made up of the same matter. When you say, I am an outcast because of my body, color, shape, size are different from yours body, but essentially the body is made up of the same matter. To whom you are saying, go away, go away. Where is your realization? When you say meditation is transcending the body. See that an outcast, totally illiterate, he was also a great master. In order to examine the master, he put this statement. And then he further says, if we are consciousness, that is what you say, the real self is of the nature of the consciousness, and the consciousness cannot be divided. To whom you are saying, go away, go away. Are you getting it? Consciousness cannot be divided. The space cannot be divided. Consciousness is like a space. So your true nature and my true nature are essentially one. So, O Master, you claim you are enlightened? To whom you are saying, go away, go away. If you say body, body is made up of the same matter. Your body and my body, same content. And if you say consciousness should go away, it cannot go away because it is only one. The space is only one. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? When I experience that I live into the state where I have transcended the body, I live in a pure consciousness, then I experience and I am aware of the same real self in you and in myself, into that state. Can I live and work in that state? But now this situation has come, and this situation needs to be answered by the enlightened master. So he answered in 5 verses that we will take up in the following. I am setting a stage. I hate you. What it means? Do you hate the body? Body is made up of the same matter. Only difference outside, outer frame is difference. Yeah? Do you understand that part? Outer color, shape, eyes, nose, they appear different. They are different, but essentially the body is made up of the same thing. To whom I should say, to whom you say, enlightened master, go away and go away. What do you mean? What do you want? Body should go away from the body? What an outcast and master is pointing from his Manisha, from his normal, simple, pure intellect, not from his IQ. Is there a difference in the blood that is moving, running in my body and yours? To whom you should say that you should go away, go away. Magic number 2. From the consciousness standpoint, consciousness cannot be separated. Can I live into that awareness where I see the consciousness in you and me are essentially one, cannot be separated, to whom you are saying, enlightened master, go away, go away, go away. Can you validate your saying, go away, that you are enlightened? You are established in meditative state. Can you say that? This Chandala, this outcast, was also a great master. So many masters, they live like this. I can say in India, they don't need to express. They do whatever they are doing outside. But from inside, they live that kind of a life. So the conversation starts. Last week I gave little understanding that for you are in Oxford, you need a certification. The professor says, here is the time, this is the material, subject, and you have to give an examination, you have to pass it, then there will be a graduate ceremony, you will be awarded a certification. But in the life of a seeker, every moment is an examination. Whether you are living in relationship, whether you are living your professional life, your social life, whether you wake up in the morning and the body says, I don't want to wake up. Can you live that meditative state all the time? So the time comes when you reach to a certain point, a stage in meditation, you are always ready to give examination. And that is the examination of life. Then only these great masters declare that you are centered in meditation and you are awakened. You need not to declare that you are awake. And the moment you declare, it comes from your mind. So that awakened state is different from you, then you are not. So in the 5 verses, we will pick up one verse after the other, and then we will see what this great master responded to an outcast who was also an enlightened master. Annamayad annamayam athava. It sounds like, if you sing and you go deeper, yes, body is the same. Both the bodies are same. To whom he is saying, go away, go away. And consciousness is one, it cannot be separated. To whom he is saying, go away, go away. So where it is pointing? Then it is pointing, who am I? And who am I is my real nature, my true nature, pure consciousness. That is all pervading, that is everlasting. So keep that in mind in this week. The moment the mind speaks something, become aware, understanding. What is that understanding? From the Manisha that I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect and ego. Who am I? I am pure consciousness of the nature of peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. So this master proves in the 5 verses. So every verse is a pointer to a deeper state of meditation that we will take up next week. Close your eyes. Let us start our journey of mindfulness. Eyes are closed. Eyes are closed. The stage 1, my friends. Stage 1, we prepare ourselves. We prepare the body and the mind. How? First, close your eyes, apply your Manisha. Don't start thinking too much. The moment I say it, let it be translated into your awareness. Do you know your name? Yes. So now say, close your eyes, mind is facing inside. Do you need any IQ? You don't need it. So simple, clear. So the mind is looking inside, and when the mind is looking inside, means your mind is pointing to a perception beyond sense organs and the mind. And that leaves the body in the state of steadiness. That needs to be clearly understood. When you understand that part, from where the understanding comes? It comes from Manisha. What is Manisha? Simple, clear, calm intellect with a conviction. In the stage 1, we go to the second step, being comfortable. Now see, it also needs Manisha. So what happens when we don't work through Manisha in meditation? Then we have 1,000,000 complaints, blame, reaction, likes, dislikes. Now see what it is to be comfortable. You move the mind on the neck joint. Manisha will move the mind on the neck joint. But if it is the so-called the intellectual exercise, the mind will forget, and sometime it will start moving the neck and joint to the mind. It happens by default, mechanically, habitually. What we need, Manisha? Move the mind on the neck joint, be there, feel the presence and experience sensation, relaxation, sensation being comfortable and steadiness. Another point to be understood, move the mind slowly, gently. Manisha moves carelessly, but with awareness and attention. It is not in a hurry. People normally, can you give me meditation that I can do it 5 minutes? So when we move the mind slowly, we are bringing the speeding mind down. That helps us to raise the awareness. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. feeling the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Understand and remove the misconception. When we say you transcend the body, it doesn't mean that we are asking, the masters are asking to leave the body. When we say I'm separate from my own car, doesn't mean that I'm going to leave the car. My Manisha is clear about this. So move the mind from the top of the head slowly, gently to the toes, moving the mind on all the joints. And experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. The next step in the stage 1 is being carefree. I was giving a lesson yesterday and I asked it mentally, become aware or apply the Manisha. The birds are flying in the sky. Are you aware of the space or the sky? Yes. Are you aware of the birds are flying? Yes. Are you aware the birds are moving constantly? Yes. Are you aware the space is not moving? Yes. That is what is being carefree. The mental traffic is constantly moving. That is the default nature of the mind. So we don't try to force or control it. But behind all those thoughts, there is a space, there is a sky which does not move, which is realized and known by Manisha. Manisha instantly becomes aware of the two, the space behind the thought, and the thoughts are moving. How I explain this step in a metaphor, you remember? Let me recall standing across a road, watching the traffic. And the fourth step is being casual, being natural. Is water not natural in an ocean? Does it change its properties even if it is converted into the waves and the foams and the storm? So there is an existence because of which we exist. Being casual means looking at that existence is one because of which we all exist. That is the. So, another way to say it, you are in a state of doing nothing with awareness, with knowledge, with experience. Whatever is happening is not you. And now we will move to in the stage 2 to purify the mind, and we have kept these steps as it is with a little longer duration. So the first step to purify the mind, looking deep inside the heart, yes, in the space, and start breathing quick and short breath from the chest cheerfully through both the nostrils without moving the body, whole body, except the chest. The rib cage expands and contracts in a cheerfulness. Don't force yourself. I'll tell you why later. Continue breathing quick, short breath from the chest. Goal is to purify the mind. Why? To have the Manisha. Let the Manisha take me to a meditative state. And stop this. Start with a deep, silent, slow breathing, inhalation, no noise at all. And keep your mind looking inside the forehead in the space. And during exhalation, start long, deep, louder humming sound. Always do deep, silent, and slow inhalation, and the humming should be louder, deeper, and longer while breathing out during every exhalation. Make sure your breath rate becomes deeper and deeper, longer and longer. We are in a second stage. Continue. And stop this humming sound. The stage 2 is complete. We are skipping one step in the stage 2. Now the stage 3. Only through your mind. If the Manisha is active, it becomes a play and a fun. Looking inside the forehead in the space, any thought comes, your response is Om Shanti. Any feeling, any change in the body position happens, you just drop Om Shanti. How you drop it? That is quite interesting. And we will learn what our great master who has written this Manisha Panchakam answers another master, and he passes the examination. So here, what is this Om Shanti? I gave an example before when I come to you and you ask me what's your name and I say Om Shanti. What you do Om Shanti? Where are you going Om Shanti? From where you are coming Om Shanti? Are you crazy Om Shanti? Are you good Om Shanti? For any thought that comes to your mind, you consciously respond and answer to that thought. What is the response, Om Shanti? Now see, our IQ asks, what will happen if there are no thoughts? Either you remain quiet, and even if it is quiet, drop Om Shanti. But your dropping is not mechanical. When it becomes mechanical, when there is no thought, and you are still continuously repeating as if you are doing a japa, we are not doing japa. That will not help you. So you become aware, the thought, feeling, sensation emerges into the mind. Om Shanti. I give you an example. For every experience, knowledge, thought, feeling, images, the Manisha has only one response, that is Om Shanti. Why? We don't want an experience of the mind to discover the meditative state, to discover my true nature. How simple is that? Om Shanti. So you have a choice. When there is no thought, there is only a space. Just continue to maintain awareness of the space. We are in a stage 3. We are moving the mind deeper and the deeper within. That is what is required. Om Shanti. You will discover when your Manisha is ready to respond to any thought, feeling, images, and experiences with only one thing, that is Om Shanti. You can experience a clear separation as if these thoughts are too far from you. It gives you that awareness as if they do not belong to you. That is one way to use this device. Like cell phone, we can use it to take picture, call, video, and other stuff. So our masters have found out we can use the mantra differently. So we'll use the mantra differently in this stage 3. Now stop superimposing Om Shanti, but use the Om Shanti to reveal, to help the mind to go deeper. And what you do? Simply move the mind on the crown of the head, look inside, drop a longer mental then there is a pause. Move the mind inside the heart and drop Shanti. So again, because now everything is clear, so here the Manisha works calmly. Manisha means our mind or intellect. So mind moves again on the crown of the head, and there is a longer mental sound. Representing Om is a symbol of pure consciousness. As in your name is a symbol of your shape, size, color, year, gender, profession. See that? So all together. And then gently bring the mind deep inside the heart. Shanti. No, but what I'm looking, look the deep infinite space. In the stage 3, we have this second step. Now leave this practice. Look at the entire body. Move the mind on the entire body as if the mind is touching every cell of the skin of the body. You will experience sensation deepens, relaxation is there, and total stillness. Once again, move the mind outside the body on the skin. You may have a variety of experiences, vision, colors. Recognize, accept them, and continue the journey. And experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind inside the body from the crown of the head to the toes. Again, we experience the space or the darkness or emptiness and the sensation. So, when the Manisha is able to discover and discern the sensation inside and outside, I call that sensation in this state is the state of calmness. And when we are able to separate the space inside and outside, that space inside is the state of quietness, where we experience as if these thoughts and experiences in the mind are too far from you. They are too far so that they cannot influence or dictate you. They are there. That completes our stage 3. And in that state, we move to transition into the stage 4. And the stage 4 is simple, looking at the breath, knowing the breath is going in and out. First point of awareness. Second point of awareness, when the breath goes in and comes out, you may have a feeling or a sensation inside the nose. Second point of awareness. Third point, make sure you do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Last week we understood that My Manisha is a state of choiceless awareness. But because of the impurity, we do not discover that state of choiceless awareness. And when that awareness perceives the entire life and existence, what is the discovery? Discovery is I am pure consciousness of the nature of peace, happiness, love and wisdom, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Continue to be aware of the breath, to know the breath is going in and out, feeling the sensation of the breath, and no change. The revelation takes place in terms of variety of experiences. The Master says we have to learn from our experience. And do nothing, do nothing. That state of doing nothing is the stage number 5. The water has to do nothing. To become a wave or the foam. It is the wind. The water is already doing nothing. It is the wind. The water appears as a wave. So in the state of doing nothing, the very existence is revealed. What is that? Our true nature. See that. We'll continue the journey of the Manisha. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. If your hands are totally clean, bring your both the palms on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms, know your experiences. Bring the hands down to share our experiences. How are you, Jerry and David?
That was very powerful. The Manisha for me was just this wonderful space, and the analogy I had was my thoughts were like clouds, and they were there, but they just kept rising up above, and the space down below just got bigger and bigger. So it was very wonderful.
Beautiful experience. Now you yourself experienced that. That's a beautiful. How are you, Jerry?
Doing well, thank you. Very peaceful this morning. Very peaceful. Just kind of easy practice since I don't know, not a lot of distraction or effort. Just inside and followed.
Follow the practice. That is what Manisha we are required. You see that I look at the wall in front of me. For IQ, it becomes complex. And Manisha, pure, simple, clear, it's a wall, finished. That much we know. That is very powerful. So wonderful. So, how are you, Terry? You have to unmute it if you're. But in the meantime, Priscilla and Paul, how are you?
Well, that was very good. Once I could get my mind, I liked at the beginning when you said, take your mind to your neck joint, not your neck joint to your mind. So
Good.
then after that, it was like the penny dropped and everything was easy. Because I remembered to take my mind to where it was supposed to go.
Yes, yes.
Where I wanted it to go. So
That's
everything worked beautifully after that. It was very calm and just delightful. Thank you.
wonderful. How are you, Paul?
Fine. It was interesting because today, probably after the breathing exercises, I felt like there was this big void.
Big void. That's good.
Big void of nothing. Like a big pool of darkness and emptiness. And so it was very good.
Wonderful. That's really. You see that one master I remember. He says, "Do you see an object?" Yes. Who sees an object? The sense organ. So move away from the object, come to the sense organ. Now, who sees the sense organ? The mind. Leave the sense organ, come to the mind. Are you understanding? Step by step. Object, leave the object. Come to the sense organ. Leave the sense organ. Come to the mind. Leave the mind. Come to the intellect. Leave the intellect. Come to the ego. Leave the ego. The entire world is gone. You enter into a void. You are already there. That is what the void is. Wonderful. How are you, Terry?
Good. Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
It was very, I feel much refreshed.
Good.
It was very smooth. There was nothing dramatic. but it was very refreshing.
Very refreshing. Yes.
I had a little pain in my back that was distracting me.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything was very smooth.
Keep in mind, before the start of his session, I told you his name is Ashtavakra, one of the greatest masters whose body was deformed at 8 places. He could neither sit, stand, walk. Can he achieve that highest state of meditation? Yes. Why? I'm not the worry. I'm not the worry. How are you, Ashok? How are you, Vaibhav?
So it was really very peaceful. Like there's a time when I feel like that everything is stopped, and then at that moment, like even if a thought is coming, I was realizing that I don't need to complete that thought. It's okay to leave it. Like
Yes.
so really relaxing.
I could see that smiley face couple of times when you were meditating. So I was observing closely and I said, yes, that is the point. Wonderful. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत बहुत पीसफुल है और जब ओम शांति करते हैं तो एकदम जैसे विचारों के ऊपर मलहम लग जाती है मतलब बहुत सूदिंग हो जाता है.
Good. Soothing experience. Vivek, can you show your face? We always like to see you. Yes, you see that? How smart you are. What is your experience?
It was very good, but I cannot remember. I had some I saw something that I cannot recall.
No issue. You feel calm and relaxed. That is enough. That is enough. How are you, Ashok? How are you, Pushkar?
It was very good and emptiness overcome the thoughts.
Wonderful. Sir, where are you?